Okay, guys, we're back. We're gonna go right into our game of the week and breakout player picks for the divisional round. My game of the week is Buck Saints. I just said it. I spoke about it, and we checked, by the way, the last time Tom Brady was
2000 when he was, or it was 1999 and 2000 were the only times they weren't the first or the second seed.
Yes, and that's before Tom Brady started.
Ridiculous.
So it was Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, and then 2001 he won Super Bowl MVP. So
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, but Buck Saints, I think it's the game of the week because it's either another Brady moment where you don't beat me 3 times in a year.
Yeah.
You don't do that. It's not allowed. And he's just going to be like, listen, I'm coming to your place. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to make another statement. This is why I'm the best.
Yeah.
Or Saints do the impossible. They beat Brady 3 times in a year with the best offense he's ever had. And the best,
Yeah.
It is.
No, yeah. Like, you look at that personnel and it's just ridiculous. Gronk.
I mean, if Belichick were coaching it, it'd be a lot better. But,
Bruce Arians isn't bad either.
But
I think he's a decent coach. But, like, imagine Belichick coaching that team.
They'd be
Oh, man.
But, yeah, I think out of the Saints, it's just the storyline. 2 42-year-old quarterbacks, 43-year-old, whatever, facing off in the playoffs. One of those two teams is going to the Super Bowl from the NFC, in my opinion. And I think it's either, Brady magic, classic story, it's
I think this is a cool story again for Brady as well, right? This is him winning without Belichick, right?
Yeah.
That was a whole big thing for New England fans at the start of the season.
Monday morning, gossip right here. This is fun stuff. So if Brady wins this game, they're going to be second road win for Tom Brady in a row, trudging through, Green Bay next, and I think he'll be fine in Green Bay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's just headline news, and if Tom Brady falls to Drew Brees, it's Monday morning thing again.
Yeah, it's still
Brady falls 3 times to the same team. It's never happened before. So I think it's really cool. I think that Drew Brees kind of pulls away with it. This is the first time in a long time, like we said, that Tom Brady's even played on a wild card weekend.
Yeah, no.
So it's just another.
It's been quite a while.
Usually gets a bye week.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to think. I think I'm gonna go with the Saints, as I've said, which is the easier pick because they've won so much. It's like betting with Vegas, but I think that they'll win. Actually, Vegas might be going with Tom Brady here just because of Tom Brady.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
But yeah, that's my pick for game of the week. I think that the Saints win. I think that the storyline is too good not to choose it, and I think it'll be the most interesting game too. It's not going to be a blowout either way because Tom Brady's not going to go down without a fight.
No, not at all. This is going to be a tough fought game.
Yeah,
this is going to be
not to mention the divisional. They're in the same division. Yeah. So I think it's a good one.
Really, it's going to be a good game to watch.
What's yours?
It's pretty obvious what I got. My game of the week is Titans Ravens.
Yeah.
Right. This is. It's going to be a hard fought game the entire time.
You mean Bills Ravens, not Titans.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Titans Ravens last week. Bills Ravens. It's going to be a hard fought game the entire time.
I think it's going to be either a blowout one way or a blowout the other way. No other way around it. Either Lamar Jackson runs early and often, and you guys just don't let Josh Allen get the ball, or Josh Allen throws so much that you guys have to throw with him, and you fail to.
So I don't really see it being a blowout. I see it being an offensive shootout.
How can you shoot out?
What?
If it's a shootout, then the only way that it's a shootout with the Ravens is if you guys can run the ball the entire time.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking. I think it's a shootout in the sense that the Bills are consistently able to pass the ball and the Ravens are consistently able to run the ball. And it just score after score after score after score. That's how I see this game going down.
Every time that the Ravens have let up more than 14 points out in 2 drives in a row, they kind of just lay down. Because they have to throw. They have to throw. You have no choice as a head coach. You have to be like, all right, it's time to pass. We need to score with them. So, I don't know. I don't know if that'll happen.
Well, I think this is literally a 7-7, 14-14, 21-20. That's how I see it going. Madden. Obviously not that way. It's 7-7, 3-7, right? It's in consistent scoring. That's how I see this game going down.
Yeah, I don't know. The Ravens would. It's just
somebody's going to be making big plays, which is why I see this as my game of the week because that's how someone wins this game. Somebody's making huge plays.
Game,
yeah.
I think it'll be. You're right. I think it might have the most scoring early, but towards the end of the game, it's gonna be this.
It's gonna be everyone's gonna be tired and exhausted.
Yeah. So I don't think you guys are gonna. I just think as soon as they start throwing the ball so consistently on you, Harbaugh's gonna get scared.
Yeah.
So That's if they do.
If we manage to hold them off and keep them to the run game.
That's my point, is if the Ravens run the ball on them consistently and keep Josh Allen off the field. Like, if you have a 9-minute drive in the first quarter, they're going to be like, holy crap, we got to throw quick and panic. Or, you guys can't run the ball, and you're screwed.
I hope we manage to run the ball. That would be very nice. I'd love that.
It all depends on the first drive of the game.
Yeah.
But
also,
if the
like...
Ravens have the ball the first drive of the game and go 9 minutes on a running drive, I would be like, okay, this is going to be a serious game. If the Bills have the first drive and score in 2 minutes, and the Ravens come out throwing, if the Ravens come out throwing instead of running,
that's a problem. No, they can't come out throwing. It's just consistently Lamar has proven over and over that he has not been reliable throwing the ball. Not in the sense that he throws picks, which he has been, but in the fact that he's inaccurate. So
he's not a good thrower of the football.
What? No.
I tell you what, Sherlock Holmes, you are unbelievable.
It's like I've said this since he was drafted. Insane. I think it's a cute story. I think he'll be like fun to think about in like 20 years, but he's never gonna win a Super Bowl.
Agreed.
Which is fine. You guys just need to draft a tall.
I don't think we do that now though.
Quarterback.
I don't think we do that now though. I think
you do that tomorrow.
No, I disagree. Because I think with Lamar we get consistently winning seasons.
Okay, do you want winning seasons or Super Bowls?
But like if we draft a quarterback now, we're still lacking in other positions. Is my problem.
No, you're not.
We're lacking on our line.
On your line?
Both offensive and defensive.
I think you're lacking a linebacker more than you are a D-line.
I think our linebackers just need more development.
I think you need a guy next to Patrick Queen and a guy other than Matthew Judon, because Matthew Judon's not that good.
Matthew Judon is not phenomenal. That's
He's a Pro Bowler again somehow. I don't get it. I think the Ravens will just have a lot of voters. That guy is not.
I don't vote 17 times for Matthew Judon. What are you talking about?
I think it's cool and all, but I don't think he's a Pro Bowler.
I think he's good, but yeah, not a Pro Bowler. Also, not a lot of left outside linebackers who are like star-studded. There's like 5.
Bud Dupree.
You gonna give me a second?
Matt.
I was gonna say there's like 5 to 10 like incredible ones.
No, but there's a lot of
and then the rest are like mediocre.
Yeah. Matthew Judon's below mediocre.
I disagree with that. He's mediocre. You can't put him below that. No, you can't.
He sucks in coverage.
He isn't supposed to be playing coverage.
Yeah, and he can't rush the quarterback that well either. So what's his thing, man?
Being on the field, okay?
He's great at that.
Getting my votes. No, I think he's.
Yeah, I think it's I just don't. You guys need better people at linebacker.
Yeah.
And Pernell McPhee can't be your starting right outside linebacker. That's why you guys can't stop the run.
McPhee.
You need taller, faster guys at outside linebacker.
No,
and
we
you need thicker, quicker guys at inside linebacker, because your other one next to Queen, who's pretty good. Who's the other kid they have at inside linebacker?
Tyrese Bowser?
No. LJ Fort.
Oh, LJ Fort, that's right. He's been playing well as well.
Yeah, you know what he was before he was on the Ravens?
Where was he?
He was a punt return player for the Steelers.
No way,
Yeah.
Really?
Fourth.
Oh, you know what? I remember that.
Only time he played is when Ryan Shazier broke his spine.
Shit.
So, one man's trash, another man's mediocrity. But
hey, who's still in the playoffs?
You guys.
Yeah.
You didn't have to play the 16 and
Are you about to tell me that we didn't have to play the Browns? Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, please stop.
All right, so our breakout players next. I'm gonna do Tom Brady. I think it's kind of like cheesy, because like, how are you gonna choose Tom Brady as your our breakout players? I think are the ones that mean the most to their team
right now, because we're in playoffs. It's like these are the players that just need to do well.
I could say Baker Mayfield again, but they have very little chance against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Tom Brady has a chance against the Saints. You're gonna do I think I know who you're gonna do, but I could also do Jalen Ramsey against the Packers, but I think Tom Brady's.
I think that's a good one as well.
I think Jalen Ramsey is a good one, but I think Tom Brady's the best, because he's lost to them twice already. He needs this win. He needs the Super Bowl win. If he has this on his legacy, that's like holy. That's like you gotta kiss his toes. Like Michael Jordan never won a championship with the Wizards.
Yeah.
What if Tom Brady won with the Buccaneers?
Tom Brady wins one with the Buccaneers.
That's the goat of goats.
Yeah.
Like
you can't deny it at that point.
I like that quote.
Because people are like, oh, there are better guys in the past. It's like,
not for Tom, not in the football, but in like you say, like MJ is the best athlete ever. Like people say, that.
Yeah.
Or LeBron or whatever you want to say. But if he wins this with them too, I think that's not like that's next level stuff. So yeah, I think can't. He couldn't beat the Saints all year. So I think if he does it in the playoffs, it's just like another Brady moment in the Superdome. I think it's just how can you deny it? He's the most important player. He needs to have his best game against a good defense with incorporating all of his weapons. He can't rely on his defense to stop them because they have a pretty good offense.
They have a good offense, yeah.
They have an efficient.
As much
offense.
as we diss on Slant Boy.
But yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. I think it's got to be Brady. He's gonna have the best game out of everyone on the field. He's gonna have the best game. Gonna have to have another Brady moment. Another crazy.
Not that that's that rare.
No, it just has to happen.
It just needs to happen.
So
Yeah,
that's why I think
it can't be one of those games where Brady faces the Saints and throws under 200 with 2 picks.
That was the regular season.
Yeah,
like I said,
but
so.
This playoff Brady is different.
So
But
that's why I think he is the most important player this week. For my pick.
So my pick before this conversation was Lamar Jackson, because Lamar Jackson needs to go off.
Yeah.
But also I think that for their team, right, the defense also matters almost just as much as Lamar Jackson, which is why I'm actually going Jalen Ramsey. I thought about it for a bit when you mentioned it actually, because like I said before, that offense relies heavily on Devontae Adams to me, and if Jalen Ramsey just shuts down. If Jalen Ramsey has a Jalen Ramsey game in which he holds Devontae Adams, unlikely, but if he holds Devontae Adams to under 40 yards, the Rams win that game, hands down.
I think he'll have 40 yards and a touchdown.
Still, even then, I think the Rams win that game. If he holds them to 40 yards and a touchdown, Rams win that game 10 times out of 10.
I think that's the most intriguing game because I picked the Rams as well. We both did.
Rams feels like the risky pick, but also the interesting pick. So
yeah, it just feels right because I can't remember.
That's also fair. Yeah, that's a good point.
He's really good. Don't get me wrong. He was Patrick Mahomes before Patrick Mahomes.
That's true. Yeah.
So, but I just think he doesn't like to face the good defense in the Rams. He doesn't like to play the hard game. So when he has no Devontae Adams, things are a little bit harder. But he's had games without Devontae Adams where he's played pretty well against worse teams, obviously worse defenses. But.
Yeah. Still though, I think Jalen Ramsey is going to be my bigger player because if he plays, a career game like the Browns played a career game. That's what we were saying before. Remember, only way the Browns win this is if they play a career game.
Perfect storm.
Perfect storm. Yeah, exactly. And it happened.
Yeah.
I think Jalen Ramsey, a career game for him is he's held receivers to one reception for 8 yards before. He's held plenty of good receivers to that.
And now it's the best wide receiver in football.
And now it's currently the best wide receiver in football.
So I think that's a good pick. So yeah. All right, guys. That is all for us this week.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. We're going to be back next week with, the outcome of another great week of picks, hopefully.
Where I'm right most of the time.
Yeah, well,
that happened last time, actually? We'll find out later.
I was right most of the
time. Yeah, shut up.
Thanks, guys. See ya.